Well,
can I ask what this is about?
I'm a Christian. I'm here to give people the gospel, tell them how to be saved, how to go to heaven,
Okay.
and to show them that they're living in a Holocaust. Thousands
This
of
is the Holocaust. This is what you consider the Holocaust?
little babies in the womb. Yes, thousands of babies every day are murdered in America. That's a Holocaust.
So, does it matter the circumstance?
Can you give me a circumstance that justifies murdering a baby?
Rape? Incest?
Does that justify murdering a baby?
Unwanted pregnancy?
So being unwanted means you can be murdered?
Yeah. And I don't consider that murder. It is not a
God says it is.
fetus.
God says it is.
God says?
Yeah, that's what matters.
Not everyone believes in God.
Everybody does. They just don't want to admit it.
No, there are multiple religions and there are multiple beliefs, and you cannot put other religions on other people.
You mean like
that's illegal?
You mean like other people do to me?
Oh, right?
It's not illegal. Well, you're telling me that you're telling me that.
Anything. I'm telling you strictly what's true, and that there are other multiple religions that do not believe in the same things.
I'm aware of that.
You have no right to put that on other people.
I can say that we live in a free country, and it's true.
I know, but you're
only
going against what you're saying. What you just said just now.
What did I say that's wrong?
You just said that we have a freedom.
Yeah.
And everyone has a freedom to do what they want and to believe
not to murder a baby.
Yeah.
No.
That's so different from murdering an actual baby.
That's a baby. That's
a baby?
Yeah, it's a baby that was murdered. Doesn't look like a baby. Well, would you look like a human being if you're mutilated to death? Likely not.
Not the same.
Well,
what do we do
that's why we need to show these images, because they suppress that truth.
Emotionally scarring teenagers. That's what you're doing in front of the school. That is what you're doing.
We should be emotionally scarred when we murder babies, right?
It's not the same.
It is.
How is that the same? How is
It's murder. It's murder to
scarring teenagers the same as murdering a pile of cells? How is that?
You're a pile of cells.
Okay, but I'm alive and I'm here and I'm present and I was wanted.
This baby was alive before he was murdered.
Really?
Yeah.
So at that age, it can go out and talk, and it can.
No, yeah, just like you couldn't. You can go out and talk when you're 1 year old. When you're 1 year old.
Okay, that's a difference.
Yeah, the difference is you were outside the womb, but these babies inside the womb can't defend themselves. They can't speak up for themselves. So we do that.
Neither did the woman if she got raped.
She can.
Or she was a victim of incest.
So you're using that to justify baby murder? No, I'm not saying that. No.
You don't care.
No,
about
you're saying F that kid, F that baby.
I'm saying
right?
I care about women and women's rights.
What about women in the womb?
It's not the same.
Why isn't it the same?
Because it's a clump of cells.
Well, you're a clump of cells. So what's the difference?
You're literally just saying some dumb shit right now, dude.
Well, but what are you saying? You're saying it's okay to murder a baby in the womb.
Yeah, that's okay. At a certain
that doesn't sound dumb to you?
It's okay. It's a clump of cells. But after a certain point, it does become a person. But at a certain amount of weeks, it's not a person and it's not a baby.
So who determines that? Who determines that?
Doctors.
Well, how do you know they're wrong? They're right or wrong?
They're doctors,
the kids?
Yep.
You are?
Yep.
Okay. Are you a student here?
No.
Okay. Are you here with him?
No, I was just talking to him.
Oh, no problem. No, somebody was saying you videotape the kids. I mean,
I have a right to do it.
Oh, I understand.
But he's also doing videotaping school, which is a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I understand. Why are you videotaping the school?
Well,
if anything, you should be facing that way.
Because I've been assaulted before, and I want to document when I'm on the streets.
Okay. Face the other way.
What's that?
Just face the other way.
Why? Why would I do that?
Because you're videotaping the school.
Yeah?
And there's kids.
Well, what if someone comes up to me and hits me in the face? That's happened before. I gotta be able to document that.
A teenager's gonna come over here and hit you in the face?
It's happened before. It's happened before.
Why are they giving them
They're human beings.
That's nice. I love that.
Right? Let me tell you this, young people. Well, possibly, but either way, I'm gonna tell you.
Obviously not.
We both grew up in the public school system. We used to be in your shoes. I wish that wait, listen to me, at least hear me out. I wish that Christians had done for me, when I was in high school, what we're doing for you today.
You're saying
showing you. I wish Christians had shown me this, because maybe I would have had compassion. Do you just not want them to hear the truth?
I think the trash can would like to contemplate.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you not? Do you like to think for yourself?
I do.
You like to what?
No?
What did you just say?
Why would you throw it in the trash can, not even look at it, not even read it?
Because we know
it's pointless. I think both of these women, if they
so you don't want to think for yourself?
If they do have the chance, and if something happens, if they do get pregnant, they should have the chance if
That's what I was
they
just
do,
saying.
Then you need to look at
they
this.
should have the choice whether or not they want to keep that baby. Because
Do you want them to do this to their baby?
Yes.
Baby. What happens if they may not be able to give that baby, and that baby could turn
Look-
out just
look at what you're looking at.
just like the
For their
babies in
2-year-old
these
though.
pamphlets.
What if they can no longer afford their 2-year-old? Should she kill the 2-year-old too?
Were we talking about a 2-year-old?
No, we
No,
weren't.
I'm asking you a
talking
question.
about a 2-year-old.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
You asked me a question. You said you made your statement. I'm asking you a question.
Okay, so what should
Would it
a
be
woman
wrong
do?
to murder a 2-year-old because you can't afford him anymore?
Or because a 2-year-old was conceived and raped.
So is an unborn baby.
A 2-year-old?
An unborn baby is also a human being. They have their
No,
own
it's
unique
not.
DNA. Yeah, they
No,
are.
it's not. DNA does not equal that they're a person.
Really?
Yes.
Are you
It
guys
is a
that
clump of
ignorant?
cells.
That's what they're teaching y'all
Look,
here?
look in that pamphlet. The abortionists think you're wrong. The abortionists say it's a baby. Yes. Read what abortionists say.
Read that
Look at it.
pamphlet and you'll
Look at
find
it.
out.
Read it.
All I'm gonna see is fucking
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, you're not. You're going to
Yes,
see
I
quotes
am.
from
So,
guys who do
are you
this
not the
today.
ones who are ignorant? You won't even look at it.
You're the ones that are ignorant coming in front of
You won't even look at it.
Bullshit.
Read what abortionists say. Abortionists say you're wrong.
Abortions say that I'm
Abortionists.
wrong.
Abortionists.
Abortionists?
Abortionists say
Yes.
you're wrong.
I don't give a shit about abortionists.
Well, what do you care about?
I
You don't care about the truth?
women, I care about women's rights, and I care about other people. I don't
No, you
care
don't.
about some
You know who Margaret Sanger is?
dumbasses that are coming out here in front of high
Margaret
schools
Sanger
trying to spew
started
some
Planned
shit about other things that you might believe in, but
abortion
other people
provider
don't.
in the world.
And other people should deserve to have rights and choices.
But not children in the womb. They don't have
No,
rights.
they don't have the consciousness. They don't have the ability to be a person because they're not.
Neither
a
did
person.
neither did a 1-year-old.
It's a
You didn't have those abilities when you were 1 year old outside the womb,
Okay,
right?
1 year old is different from a clump of cells in a womb
How?
because it's not here. It's not conscious. It's not a.
They are. You just can't see them. You can see them through
Can't see them,
ultrasound.
So that's a person.
In ultrasound, you can.
No.
Man, your arguments are they're horrible. You know they're human beings. Abortion is murder, and everybody knows it. You know it.
No.
You can't tell me this isn't a baby.
No.
You know this is a baby.
How the fuck is that a baby?
You can tell it's a baby. You know it. So it's a baby that was
So
murdered.
What are the
You can.
circumstances?
You know
Can you
the
tell me that? What are the
Baby was murdered in the first
circumstances?
trimester
Okay, what are the other reasons? Why did she do it?
because she was selfish.
That's your reason?
Most people murder their babies because they're selfish. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you done research on why women get abortions?
I have.
Okay, so
Most of the time, they're just selfish. It's not because they're desperate or they're really needy. We live in the richest country on the face of the earth. That's because they're
Are
selfish.
you a
Right.
woman? Do you have a uterus? Do you
Well,
have-
you're not a woman.
I'm not either, but I
He's being an
understand where they're
advocate.
coming
You're
from.
not.
An advocate for murdering babies?
Yes.
How sick
But
is
that's
that?
not even saying what it is.
They don't know.
Yeah, I'm
You're
calling
not
exactly what
going
it
deeper
is.
into thinking about what it is. You're not using
These
your
folks
brain.
right here don't
You're not
even- they don't
asking
even
why
wanna
women are
read the
doing
truth.
it.
Ma'am, I just told you why they're doing it. I go to the abortion mills. I know why they do
You're not
it.
Being
speaking
selfish
for
is
every
not a
single
reason.
woman.
It
If I
is.
put
You are
being
not
selfish on an essay, I'd get a 0. I'd
a
simply
good-
get a 0. And
Go to the abortion mills and see
perhaps
them going
if
in.
Maybe I put some of those facts. I could get a.
Well, then you're the one that's ignorant.
But the same reasons I.
You're not even open to. You're not even open to the information.
I don't care.
Then who's the one who's ignorant?
What?
Then who's the one who's ignorant? You're not even open to information that
You're not even listening to what we're saying.
I am listening, but what you're saying is not. It has no factual basis to it.
You don't either.
What they're trying to
What
do.
Well,
are you
it
saying?
would make
You're
sense
saying
to you
that
if you'd
all
actually
women are
think.
selfish. That's what you're saying. You're saying
Yeah.
all women are selfish if they get abortions.
We're actually
For most of them, yeah.
So you're the one that's being
want it
ignorant.
to be a crime.
Ma'am, I go to the abortion mills. I see them go in.
But
They
do you
don't
know the
want help.
reasons? Do you ask every single one of them why are you getting abortions?
Ma'am,
you?
some
No,
of them tell me.
answer the question.
Some of them tell me. They tell me, yeah.
All of them?
Yeah. Well, not all of them, but some of them tell me. And I can see they're not poor. I see their cars they drive in.
It's not
Ma'am,
about
you're
that.
just trying to justify murder.
It's not about that.
You just want to justify murder. There is no reason to ever murder a baby. If
It's
there
not a
was,
baby.
that
It's
well,
not a
that then that's where you're wrong, ma'am. And the abortionists prove you wrong. But you don't want you're not open to that information.
Consider it a baby.
What's that?
At what point of the pregnancy from start to 9 months when do you consider it a baby?
Do you know what science and basic human biology say?
Yeah, I want to know your opinion on it.
It's not really my opinion. It's facts. Yeah, but do you want to know? Do you want to know what facts say? It's actually in there before you crumple it up. Still in there.
What, this?
Yeah, it's in there that you didn't want to
I'm
read.
not going to read it.
Why?
Because I know it's bullshit and it's all propaganda.
Well, then you're showing that you're
People believe
ignorant.
in whatever the hell this is.
You're-
This is all religion.
No, it's not,
We were
ma'am.
just talking about how it was.
What do you see on here that's religious?
You just told me.
What do you see on here that's religious?
About it. You were just talking about it.
I told you abortionists prove you wrong. Abortionists.
No, you were just talking
But you're-
about religion right over there.
Because I'm a Christian.
If I grab another one of the.
No, you're gonna tear it up. I'm not gonna waste it.
I did that.
You're not open to it.
I did that.
I see Bible verses on these, and I'm not sure what they.
Well, yeah, because we're Christians.
Against or for.
Okay, so it's
But
religious?
I'm saying there's
religion right there.
There's religion
No,
in there.
you don't have to be a Christian to know that abortion is murder. You don't have to be.
But it's Christian propaganda is what you're
No. Well, what's Christian on this sign? Can you tell me?
We were just talking about it.
Well, on this sign, you pointed to the sign.
On your flyer,
There's-
there's
you-
religious stuff on there.
Well, what's wrong with
You're
that?
being ignorant. Because we were just saying that it's Christian propaganda because you believe in something that not everyone else does.
Well, so do you.
Everyone has a right to believe in
So do you.
things.
You believe it's okay to murder babies in the womb.
Yes. Just sure.
That's pretty sick,
Whatever
man.
you want to say.
That's pretty sick.
Okay. I
How,
don't care.
is that not propaganda?
How is that? I'm
So we're
not
having a rally.
trying. I'm not out here fucking abort your baby. Is that what I'm doing?
Well, you're telling me your opinion. Is that not propaganda?
Is that not freedom in America that we were just talking about?
Just like I have freedom too. So what? And
But I'm not doing this.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not out here showing fucking whatever the fuck that
well,
is.
you
Bloody whatever.
but you need to see
scare
it.
people into thinking that what they need for their health, for their safety, for them to be happy in life, you're showing
is
them
to murder a baby.
Yes. Because not everyone needs to be a parent. Not
So you
everyone
acknowledge that these are
Would
babies.
you rather those babies, the ones
You-
that didn't need to be aborted, rather than be in the adoption system? Would you rather them be in a poor home, like we were just talking about?
You would rather than be dead in a trash can.
Yes, because would you rather
Think-
live in a
think of-
shitty
think
world
of-
like this? Would you rather have a 2-year-old be hungry? Would you rather a 2-year-old be abused?
So we should murder them in the.
Be sex offended?
So we should murder them in the womb so they won't have a bad life. So they might not have a bad
They don't
life.
even know because they're babies.
So we should
they know?
think about that.
Have the consciousness.
So we should murder people if they don't have a consciousness, that they don't feel pain, if they're not old enough.
Completely different from what we're
No.
saying.
You're saying we should murder people because of this. They might have a bad life, they might grow up poor. Think about what you're saying there.
Okay.
We should murder people in wheelchairs because, well, they can't walk, they can't help, they can't get a job, so we should murder them.
That is not at all what I'm saying. You're being ableist by saying that, actually. And the retrospective, we should murder people that are here, people that are present, people that are conscious and that are actually here.
These children are here, man. These children are here. And again, the abortionists will tell you that.
Have no thoughts. They don't know what they're missing.
How do you know that?
In the womb.
How do you know that?
Themselves. Do you remember being in the womb?
No, but that doesn't mean I didn't have thoughts.
Question. Do you remember being in the womb? Do you remember being ages 1?
But I know I was a human being in the womb because that's
But you
common
don't
sense.
remember.
That's
You
common
don't
sense.
retain any of that.
I don't remember anything as a 1-year-old. Neither do you, probably. Does that mean you weren't a human
Because
being?
Your brain's not fully developed.
Yeah. So a 1-year-old, should we murder a 1-year-old because her brain isn't?
Your brain's not even fully developed yet.
So should we murder them because of? Yeah, I know that. Your brain's not fully developed as a 20-year-old. Should you be murdered then?
That's literally like not
Man,
even.
the reasons you're giving for murdering children in the womb is the exact thing I'm asking about people outside the womb. But you,
That's a different conversation.
because you're dehumanizing babies in the womb. That's what you're
Because
doing.
they're not people.
They are.
No, they're not.
They are.
How would they know? And even after that,
A 1-year-old doesn't know.
That do experience incest that probably don't even have the money to do any of that. You expect them to have kids because why? Because they have to? Because they got pregnant? That's why?
So we
That's the only
should murder people
Yes.
because of certain situations.
Yes.
Think about what you're saying there, man. What you're acknowledging. It's okay to murder people if in given situations. What? Oh, thank you. We should murder children if we think the situation calls for it. Think about that. Think about that.
What?
That's what you're saying. We should murder children based on if the situation we think calls for it. Think about that. What you're saying there. Just think about that. You're saying we should murder a helpless child if all the reasons that you've given.
You want the babies to live in abusive homes. And you
I
want the
didn't say that.
babies to-
No, I'm saying
That is what you're saying.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. No. No, I'm saying don't murder people. Don't murder children.
That's not at all what I'm trying to say. I'm saying
pretty
that
much.
you want those people to be in abusive homes.
No, I'm
You
not.
want them to be in the adoption
Those
system,
with
and you
bad
want them
genes be
to be in
given the
shitty
choice of
situations where this could have been
sterilization or
totally
lifelong
avoided.
No, you're putting words in my mouth, man.
No.
I'm saying you don't murder them in the womb to avoid those possible
You're thinking about what happens
situations.
to the babies afterwards.
I am,
You
ma'am.
only care about the
couldn't
women
even work
giving birth to the
as a
babies,
slave.
but you're not really
You
thinking
No,
about
you're
what happens to the babies
assuming the wrong thing there, ma'am.
What happens to the babies afterwards?
That's
The
a
ones that are
terrible thing to
unwanted.
say, man.
No,
But no, she didn't
Well, you want to murder the unwanted ones in the womb.
She didn't
What about them?
She didn't like Hispanic people.